Hello, I am Thoros, and I am the Dungeon Master for Natural 7.
Hi, I'm Chef. I play Wing, the ASMR Bard.
Hey, I'm Giga Drillbreak 32. I play a human paladin woman named Minerva.
Hi, I'm Elmo. I play Glaucus, the Halfling Wizard.
Hey, I'm Naomi, and I play Everest Dogon, the Dragonborn Cleric.
My name is Inaroth, and I play Afa Ubo, who is a turtle fighter.
Hello there, I'm Wanderess. I play Eris Arnhem, a human gunslinger.
Hello, I'm Winx, and I play Bilka Garrick, the gnome artificer.
Hello, and welcome to a group of nerdy-ass friends who sit around a digital table playing Dungeons & Dragons. Bless you!
Professionalism.
This is Natural 7. As I just said, we're just a group of friends playing Dungeons & Dragons. And last we left off on our grand tale. After the Battle of Westruun, the forces of Turtle, human, mercenary, and Empire soldier alike came together to defeat the tyranny of the Iron Storm that held grip on Westruun for so long. The majority of their reign was ended. And after a night of revels and slight parting was had, the group went off on their own separate abodes, talked. The next morning, gathered themselves and approached the noble hill, seeing three airships approach from the north out of the morning fog. You all see the biggest airship you've ever laid your eyes on. It is that of the Nomageddon, which is the size of three airships basically in one. And you watched how harpoon guns came out of the bottom and launched harpoons into the ground itself that held the airship stationary, almost as it could dock itself, as a lift began to lower itself from the base as well of the boat. And as you guys approached the siege line at the bottom of the Noble Hills, you learned that it was Clydel Sizzlebottom, the High Tinker. And as you stood around the table with Anduin and Sir Arthur Dane and Sylvanas, Thoros, you all discussed a plan of action. And choosing to take the sewers, the same way you guys got into the castle of Imam, you came across an anti-magic field, a wall, in other words. And successfully circumventing it, you all made your way into the Eventide Estate. Minerva guiding you, she used to use this way to get in and out of her home to explore Westruun as a child. As you enter, you do find the body of a small girl that resembles Minerva at that age, stuck into a wall with a sword. And you find your old room, Minerva, that seems no different, besides a portrait on the wall with all your family and what has to be this new little girl. Having chills, you all venture upstairs, and as you do, combat is ensued as you kill Tilmore Tittlebeard right off the bat with two explosive kegs thrown by Asher and Vilker, or Wing and Vilker, sorry. Tilmore Tittlebeard. And the fight is ensued with who you find out Saline was actually Castello Prelavar, a red tiefling, and Belmog Doom. Eventually, Lucius does join the fight, but is quickly turned, and so does Minerva's mother, who has also become a construct. But on her arrival in combat, Lucius, midair, speared her away from Minerva, and they fought on the side as you all dealt with Belmog. Minerva eventually dealing the final blow, Belmog mentioning on his death that she will lose her shard soon. As Wing and Afa deal with Prelavar, attempting to just stop him from escaping, but eventually deciding that he is too dangerous to be kept alive. And unlike Mace Windu, you successfully dispatch him. And as he falls, you deal with Miriam, the last construct. And on her defeat, or her inevitable defeat, she self destructs, destroying this half of the entrance hall, and the ceiling begins to come down as you all attempt to escape. Filker, your iron defender, is crushed under rubble, but not only him, but Everest, from her mid-size down, is just flattened and knocked unconscious with a piece of rubble. Minerva is able to, with Everest's help after healing her, get it off of her and get her out as Everest charges across the room, taking a piece of rubble to the shoulder blade. You do require both of these pistols, I believe, because you got the one from Belmog as well.
Not I did.
And as you all made your way out, Glacius, the counterspell king of the fight, begins to have serious pain in his chest after you cast drain, or what was it? Drain life? Not drain life.
Life transference.
After casting life transference to Bilker to get him up out of unconsciousness. And as you rip your chest open, you all see that there's like a nail mark in the center of his chest. And just black veins proceeding out of it like a spider web going through his chest, most of it.
I didn't rip it.
And as he screams in pain, and you attempt to cast whatever you can on him, you scream for Alora's help, and on her arrival, Glacius passes out. So as this happens, I will ask you, Sentinels of Blackrock, what would you like to do?
First of all, I did not rip my shirt off. I just like pulled it up to like show everybody, and then put it down because
Yeah, he's not the Hulk. Jeez.
yeah, just
Vilker is going to weakly get up and stare at the building, which is now rubble, which has his iron defender somewhere under that
The
rubble.
ceiling is still coming down.
Oh.
Still being destroyed.
Did the whole building collapse, or just the main hall area?
No, just the entrance hall going in. That's it.
Okay, so we can still get in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we do with Glacius? Where do we take him?
Laura goes, I've never seen anything like this. And she flips Glacius over on his back, gently lowering his head gently against the grass, and like opening his shirt and seeing like the veins are like pulsating from the center point where like the nail center is. They're like pulsing and like expanding out through the web. Like it looks like neurons firing like from the center, and they just go through all the veins. And he's sweating profusely.
Hey, we use the same words.
We did.
He's one slippery boy.
He's a wet boy.
He has become slick.
Have any of you ever seen anything like this?
No.
Yes?
Care to
Have
explain?
you?
Yeah, it's like when I was possessed. I mean, kind of like dogs, you know. Veiny necromancy seems to be a pretty common
Alora looks
stick.
up.
Yes?
Alora looks up. Everest, Minerva, either of you have the ability to detect such maybe a possession?
I can detect evil. I can use Divine Sense real quick.
Yeah, do that. It's your like the only paladin ability you haven't used.
Yeah, I'll do.
Alpha speaking.
Yes.
Looks at Glacius. Someone do off of.
We need to do something.
It's death time.
So what does Minerva get from her thing?
So as you cast your Divine Sense,
It's a paladin ability.
you do get not the sense of a demon or a possession of any kind, but you do receive this like noxious odor coming from Glacius, and it's definitely something bad.
Undead.
You don't get a sense of anything like possessing him or any like other life or sentience within him. But you do get this noxious odor.
So I can say that he's not possessed, but he is not good.
Well, where can we take him? How can we slow this?
Well, the best healer we have here has to be the High Shaman. Has to be the first shaman from New Torrentala. He may have seen this sickness before.
He's at the Shire, right?
No, Jeb is somewhere here in the city.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I believe he was making an accounting for the fallen turtles of the battle.
And we should go find him.
Everest. And Allura looks towards you.
Yes?
Darling, you need to rest. Look at yourself.
I'm fine.
And if you guys look at Everest, her, like, you can't really tell. Well, you can tell. Her, like, legs are slightly shaking, but you could see her snout is bent and broken. And it's not a constant flow, but there is a slight amount of blood draining from both her nostrils. Jeb never was a great healer, but perhaps the first shaman has taught him some things. And Allura looks towards you and goes, not a good healer. And she like looks at you, like questioning, like, are you sure about that?
Yeah, no, she's right though. You do need to go to sleep at least one time.
Glacius is already asleep.
I will be fine once Glacius is fine.
He pulls out a steel mirror and just shows her her face.
She looks at it, just kind of narrows her eyes. It's like, I will be fine once Glacius is fine.
Yeah, you will. But like, what can we do?
Nothing
we can prepare new spells to try and help him, which we can do after we've slept.
Yes.
Thoros comes over. Yeah, you would be right to remember that, Alpha. It's okay. I know. Thoros walks over and he gently lifts up Glacius like a baby and like cradles him. Goes, come on, let's go find this Jeb.
Let's go.
I'll say I'll take off, I would have taken off my hair tie, I guess, and my hair is just in the wind. This is out.
Everest is going to go ahead and recover 8 hit points.
Cool.
Eris takes out the ring she had acquired from, I believe it was who was it? It was either the second or the fourth doctor, Baldord Brisk, and she'll pass that to Minerva if she's wanted to accept it.
Sure.
Yep.
You now have a hammer, one of the hammer's rings. Aldo Brisk, the doctor of the Iron Storm.
Are we walking to? Where we're going?
Yes, Allura is leading you.
I'll stay back here while you guys go do that.
I'm also going to stay. Vilker is fucked up. He is in not much shape for walking.
Quick question for Naomi though. Have I ever seen Everest cast a spell, Speak with Dead? Do I know you have that spell?
She has not cast it yet.
Alright. Oh, have I seen Wing do that?
No. No reason you can't. No reason you can't
ask.
Make a suggestion.
Alpha will stop you guys from leaving. We should not split up. There may still be dangers.
Yeah, but we've got good escape options.
We all can come back here later.
Alpha's like looking between the two groups that are separating, not really unsure.
Eris is just ready to walk off after wherever they're taking Glacius.
Thoros is following Alora at the moment. They're still walking. And
I'll
Thoros
just
has
walk
Glacius.
after them.
Well, I'm gonna stay here for a while.
If you wanna relinquish your duties of protection, I'll take them up for a bit. You can go talk to Jeb.
I believe that was directed at Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can I not?
Very well. But be careful. All of you.
I promise it, big guy.
Of course.
And Alpha chases after the group.
Aren't we always?
Nice.
I debate, but
As
no,
you guys
it's not
head
always safe.
about 30 feet, you're walking, and you see Alora standing with Anduin. As Anduin looks over to you and goes, "What has happened to him?"
We're not sure.
Well, Jev is down in his tent. He is with a few injured turtles, but he will want to see this. And Anduin turns, and he begins to walk, and you follow him. And as you guys head down the noble hill, the like road that leads into the hills, you're heading down it, and you get to the war camp you guys were at that morning, the siege line where the map was of the noble hills, and there's a few like larger tents in this circle. And as you approach, you do see Jeff standing outside brewing some tea, and he sees you all approaching, and he stands and begins to look a little like worried. What has happened? And Thoros goes, "We don't know. Could you take a look at him?" And Jeff goes, "Of course, please. Bring him inside." And you go inside. It's just you get the immediate hit of sage as you walk into his tent. Burning sage. There are a few like baubles and trinkets around. Alpha, you're very familiar. This does look like almost an attempted replica at the first shaman's like home back at Rivenda. I said sage.
Saji.
The turtles don't look seriously injured. There is a few like cuts and bruises on them. There is one that looks like his arm has been popped out of place. But he looks fine. Everyone look, and as you all walk in, hello, hi, how are you? And Thoros carries Glacius to the back, and Jeb like clears off one of like his desk actually, and Thoros places Glacius on there. Glacius, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
If you fail, you die.
Instant
Okay.
death.
Death.
Does my amulet of health still work? Because it just like.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you still everything that we talked about is still in effect right now.
Okay. So do I use my new mod or my amulet of health mod?
Well, even with the amulet of health, it still affects it, right?
Oh, that's why I asked you. Or it just like what amulet of health does? It just like bumps it up to just like 19, just normal. So either.
Well, yeah, and then from there you would take away what I told you to take away.
Okay, give me a second. You too. Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Okay. Thank you.
What'd you get?
19.
Okay. As Thoros places Glacius down, he does begin to like. His head begins to shift almost as the pulsating begins to quicken, and he lets out like a few small groans as Jeb looks down at him. By the Earth Mother, what is this?
Great.
And he like runs his fingers against Glacius's chest, and you watch as his fingers begin to glow a little bit. My. This isn't good. As he brings his fingers off of Glaucus's chest. This is not something I believe I can fully dispose of.
But you can help?
But, if you are willing to make the trip, I can sustain him. And we can go and see the first shaman herself. If anyone can help him, to my knowledge, it would be her.
Alpha
This
speaks.
is Jeb. I am sure you can help, given what the first shaman has taught you. I can ease his pain for a short time, but your friend seems to have much necrotic energy flowing through his veins. This is no ordinary disease, or poison, or magic. The first shaman of Torrentala, not New Torrentala, the original Torrentala, has lived many lifetimes. And Thoros goes, we could also take him to Vasselheim. They might know how to fix this. No, Jeb goes, this is not a work of any divine being, demon or otherwise. This is something else entirely. Thoros goes, Vasselheim has the best trained healers in all the... We have an airship right outside our gates. We could get there in no time. Then what is it? He just cast a spell and collapsed. It was unexpected and had no source. You watch as Jeb begins to speak in Aquan, or in the language that Eno and I made for the turtles.
Is it called Tortle? Because that would make
No.
things easy.
No, it's not. And it's like all the way back in our PMs.
It's called
But as he
Tortilla.
begins to... Tortilla? No, it's not.
Tortilla.
But as he begins...
Tortilla.
As he begins to speak, and he like begins to like spread like dust over Glaucus's body. Seltor. He begins to speak Seltor. And he like rubs this like maze onto Glaucus's chest. And you watch as the veins begin to retract back. And Glaucus, you take a very deep breath as your eyes slowly open.
Thank the gods
Jeff
you're
goes,
alright.
easy, easy.
I get it.
Take your time.
Do not strain yourself.
He's still laying down. Just.
Go ahead and roll a d8 for me, Elmo.
Okay. It's a 3.
Okay. You feel very sore at the moment. Not what we DM'd earlier. You're not fully there yet, but you're just a little sore at the moment. You feel weird. Your chest almost feels empty, but the pain is gone. The immense pain is no longer present.
My
I will
body.
need to do this every hour, or the pain will return.
Every hour?
That's
No,
a lot.
I will need to do this every 4 hours, or the pain will return.
You can
I have
just
an
say
hour
few.
crossed. Yeah, every few hours.
Well, I mean, few would be inaccurate to one, so.
Alright. I'm just hungry more than anything. And I'm gonna try to get up. Or, like, sit up.
It's like you just did ab day at the gym, and as you go to stand up, you're like, it's just like, and you try to like sit up, and you do so, but it is very straining.
Okay.
Take it easy.
I got it. I'll pull out my quarterstaff, because I just have that. And I'll, like, use it as basically like a walking stick. Okay.
So where are we going to
You
go?
cannot.
Torntala or Vasselheim?
What? Where are we going to... I mean, no opposition, but...
Because no one here can help you. And
Oh. Nice.
Thoros goes, Glacius. Why do you have this in your chest? Alpha goes, how do you feel?
I don't feel the screaming pain anymore. I just feel really sore and hungry. God, I'm hungry.
When did this start?
Glacius will tell him when this started, because words... started a few days ago, but Glacius would know exactly when.
Glacius would explain that started a few days ago when he took watch by himself in the abandoned warehouse.
Oh, I can do that.
Alright, yeah, go ahead.
Explain. So a few days ago when I took watch by myself, and I met a friend while everyone else was asleep. It was Ganyu. He wasn't physically here, but he seemed to cast some kind of magical effect. Then I just heard him all around me.
why didn't you tell us sooner?
Because it didn't seem, well, okay, it did seem important, but it's just, I thought he was just playing mind games with me. I thought I could just deal with it after the fact, you know. I felt like we had slightly more important things to do, considering the Minerva's is a construct and there's an entire tyrannical ruler running over the city, and they blew up the Shire. So I felt like I could blow it off just until we dealt with this.
Well, now we can't blow it off
And
anymore.
Understandable. I watch you now. I was going to tell you. I promise you. I was really going to. As soon as this was all over. And then yesterday, I went on a walk after our first initial battle. I should not have done that. Then this apparition, I guess, of Genyu appeared. Yeah. Started speaking things, just more mind games. I thought it was nothing, and then he touched my chest, then he puts his hand over where it all, like, spider webs from.
Well, there's currently like maize, like a wet rug covering your chest at the moment.
I feel, oh, I don't have a shirt on. Okay. And then that's when the first pain happened.
Jeb begins to walk towards you. Tell me, young Glacius, have you ever dabbled in the undead arcane?
Yes.
Slowly pans your gaze over to him.
Yes, and I am researching it at the moment to better understand it, and I recently started dabbling in it.
You watch as like Jeb's hands tighten on his walking stick. You do know that learning this magic comes at a horrible cost.
Well, that's what everybody says, and, I wanted to check it out for myself. I thought I could handle it,
I have never seen this myself, but in my teachings from the first shaman, she told me of some of this magic. Necromancy, she called it. And learning this type of the arcane may take a toll, and like he points his staff towards you, on your physical body. She explained it to me as blight touched.
I'm blight touched. Okay. That is one of the coined names for one of the spells that I've learned, which is ironic. Do you know anything else about being blight touched?
As I said, I have never seen it myself, but in my lesson, your body will begin to break down. Unless.
Break?
How much have you learned? How long have you been attempting to learn it?
It's mostly a side project. I'll pull out the middle necromancy book and the last necromancy book. I'm halfway through the middle one, and after that I was going to make my way towards this one. I had a first one that I gave away. I learned the spell. It told me about a spell called Animate the Dead, or Animate Dead. That was what people would consider he points to Everest and also Minerva, our residents, divine
I'm not there.
people. Oh,
Yeah.
I point to motion
Point
towards
the mess
Everest.
that is Everest.
Our local divine beings are less than fond of. And I recently learned something that I thought.
Good reason.
Yeah. And recently I learned, like I said, blight. I don't know how to explain that, but to sap life force from another creature, essentially. And
It appears that this necrotic magic that you wish to learn is eating away at your very self.
I think I know which spell did that. I know a spell called Life Transference. It's the only way I know how to help other.
My dear halfling, it was not a single spell that caused this. It was your attempt to learn it in the first place. I fear that once you began to read these scriptures is when this disease began to take its hold. And this Genu that you mentioned must have accelerated this in some way.
Well, no disrespect towards you, Jeb, or Shaman Jeb. I don't believe a disease can come up simply from reading books, and learning, but alright. But I do feel like you had something to do with this. By something, I mean a lot of this.
Jeb then looks over to the rest of you. I do not know how long he has, but in a certain amount of time, his bones will begin to become fragile. Even a hard step could break his entire leg. This is something that must be taken serious.
So where do we take him? Glacius, do you have a preference? Tarantala or
Not
Vasselheim?
really. Not really. I'd love to see Torrentala. It seems nice and Afra. See where Afra's from.
It would be good to pay respects considering so many turtles wandered all the way up here to fight this war.
And Jeb said something about the first shaman maybe having something to deal with this.
Hopefully.
I'd like to check that out.
That's technically spoilers. Minerva, what you posted with Palpatine. I have that basic line prepared later in game.
Something considered to be
the dark side of the arcane. No, okay.
I
do not understand this magic, but I do know that the first shaman, not Jeb, first shaman of New Torrentala, but the first shaman of shamans is very wise. If anyone can help, it would be her.
Then we should start getting ready soon then.
Allura goes, I am afraid I can't teleport us all to Torrentala, but I can bring you to a port city. Or you could sail from here, but it would probably be easier sailing down from the southern part of Taldore. For that, Thoros goes, well, if he's feeling generous, the High Tinker may indulge us with a ride.
So over to Boker. Do you have any kind of leeway with him?
I don't think Boker's here.
I'm not there.
Never mind.
I stayed with
talk to Wayne.
Minerva.
Oh, I'm not. I'm saying
Wayne's not there either.
Wait, where is it?
It's fine, just have a chat with the Iron Defender.
Wait, I just realized. Where is everybody? Where's other people?
They're back
at the Eventide Estate.
Yes.
I thought they moved out. I'm just kidding, I'm not dumb. Ha ha, I'm still funny. Come on. I can walk. That's, I don't have anything else to say.
Let's go find us something.
Jeb does gather, like the maze, the sage.
That's that.
Okay. Do we not have an airship? We have solved his people's dishonor from the Iron Storm and saved his city. Surely they will help us save one of our own. Thoros goes, aye. The High Tinker is kind. If we ask him, he will indulge us. And as Jeb gathers all his things and throws them over his shoulder, well then, I will be staying close to you, little one. And Jeb walks alongside Glacius.
Everest takes
Cool.
2 steps out the door before she
I'm gonna
stumbles
try-
over her own feet and collapses onto the ground with a shout of pain.
Oh, come, I
Ow.
shuffle over. Alright.
Ow.
Yeah, okay. Your legs are very.
And
I saw
Jeb
that
goes,
before.
Jeb goes, I did not want to be rude, but you have seen better days.
I got it, and I pull out a
You
greater healing potion. No, don't use your energy,
I
just.
need to get to somewhere where I can get some treatment. This isn't going to be solved by just a healing potion, and she's pushing it away.
I know,
Yeah, Jeb's
I know.
right there.
I need
I know, but pain.
somewhere to rest.
Yeah, Jeb's right there.
On top of Jeb. Just like perch yourself on his
Sit.
shoulders.
Like a
Jeb
bird.
Jeb wild shapes into his like moon bear form, and he
He's a
looks
bear.
over,
Sit
and he
on us.
motions to Everest.
Do it.
She will very shakily stand up and kind of stumble.
Thoros helps you. Thoros helps you.
Sleep on the bear, man.
Yeah.
I agree. She needs to rest. And as you prop yourself, you all walk back to the Eventide estate. At Glacius's pace, because Glacius is walking not slow, but he's like taking his time.
I have a walking quarterstaff.
And as you guys get up the hill, which is a little rough for you, Glacius, going up the hill.
That's fine.
You get to the top and you watch as Bilker, Asher, and Minerva are sitting as some of the turtles are beginning to clear like the rubble out of the Eventide estate.
That would have also been a clearing rubble.
Okay, so Minerva's helping as well. As you guys see Asher and Bilker sitting. I'm just like taking a short rest.
I was just going to talk to Minerva the whole time.
Alright, so I'll say all 3 of them are helping get rubble. Asher taking like little bits.
Because I just said Vilko was going to take the short rest to recover some hit points, and then he was going to.
So you guys do
horizontally.
see coming up the pathway towards the Eventide estate as you are walking out with some rubble in your hands. Everest is riding on the back of a bear, and Glacius is using a walking stick to walk towards you all.
Can we do some time before they got here? Because we have like half an hour or something, right?
Yeah, so as you guys, before you start clearing the estate, as they all leave, you guys all sit to take a short rest. So go ahead.
Hey, Minerva. And he'll pull her off out of earshot of Bilko.
Yeah.
Bilker, I'll say you're like just examining the roof and seeing like how much structural damage it has taken and how damaged, like you're trying to estimate how damaged your Iron Defender might be as they go off to
that
the
is
side.
what Vilko would probably be doing.
The answer is
you
very.
guys, as you guys go off to the side.
It's very dead.
How are you feeling?
I don't know. Honestly, part of me wishes that bastard was still alive, because there were a few things I wanted to ask him. Hint, hint.
Therapy first, necromancy later.
Necromancy.
No.
But
As there are quite a few soldiers around you guys, so no one's paying attention. I'm just putting ambiance in. That's why I said that.
can you take me through the past day's events and just tell me if you're okay?
To be completely honest with you, no, I don't think I am. So much has happened over just a few short days. I've got a lot on my mind.
I mean, we've got all the time in the world. If you want to lighten your burden, I'm free to talk to you about it.
Sure. I think the things I need to say would be better off spoken in front of everyone.
Right.
But first things first, we gotta clear the rubble out of this house.
I will say Minerva says that she watches a few turtles beginning to bring rubble out of the house and like stack it outside.
You know, I might just be able to help you out if we can find that motherfucker's corpse. I think I could maybe communicate with it.
Really, you can do something like that.
My god is a god of knowledge, so I feel like it's probably a strong possibility.
Oh, thank you.
Just, if you do need to talk, or just speak, I'll be here.
Thanks, Wayne.
He nods and goes back to shifting rubble.
Okay, so as you guys do work for about a half hour, eventually oh, go ahead.
Where is Lucius at this point?
Lucius is like, I will say that you guys calmed the guards. You guys were dealing with Glaucus, like, so that was more president. But you guys calmed the guards as Lucius ran out of the building with you guys. He's kind of just standing off to the side with Sir Arthur Dane, who is like not protecting him, but just making sure no one comes after him to attack him. He just looks very nervous and very timid. And as he sees you all begin to start moving rubble, he like approaches and begins to help, and he starts to like carry like big pieces of stone out into the road. And I would say about 30 minutes into doing so, Bilker, you think you're getting close to finding it as you carry out a piece of rubble, all of you at the same time, and you see coming up the road towards you is the rest of the group, Everest riding on the back of a bear, beginning like she seems to be wincing in pain every step the bear takes, and Glaucus is slowly approaching using a walking stick.
Eris like finds like a corner of the courtyard, just leans against like part of the stonework, and looks on.
You guys are fucked.
Yep,
Aren't we all,
don't say.
technically?
I'm fine. I have my stick.
You are the least
I'm
fine out of
convinced.
all of us, Glacius.
And he like swats it.
Yeah, you look a little worse for wear over there, bud.
Yeah. I'm fine.
He's not.
No, you're not.
We need to get to Torrentala.
You guys are.
Right?
The first
Is there a
shaman-
reason for that, or are we just going for a holiday?
The first shaman there might be able to help him. There's nothing we can do here.
Also, I heard
Sounds-
the beaches are amazing.
Help you first. Beaches second.
I mean,
Can you help me on the beach?
Yeah. How about you two sit down somewhere nice, lie down on a couple of bedrolls or something, and we'll get shifting on this rubble.
Should I make my tower? Oh wait, I can't. Never mind.
Rip.
Yeah, you ran out of spell points.
I don't have any spell points.
You burnt them all.
You damn fool.
And continuing to shift
Okay, so
levels.
as you guys
I will-
take a few hours to shift through the rubble,
Everest is just
Eventually-
laying down trying to rest.
Bilker, I won't even have you roll because there's like a few dozen of you clearing out this space. Minerva and Wing, you do find the body of Belmogdune crushed beneath the rubble. Bilker, it takes you a few trips back and forth, but you do eventually collect the 5 different parts that your Iron Defender has been broken into.
This is gonna take a while to fix you, old friend.
You can see like the arcane core that keeps is like flickering. It's not fully destroyed. So it might just be the fact of just putting it back together and trying to just fix or repair the enchantment.
Yep.
Is Allura still with us?
She's tending to some of the wounded and like getting reports. But she does like give a glance back to you and Glaucus who are resting, and she's like she is worried about you, but she understands that just ignoring you and telling you need to go get help won't help anything.
She would wave her over.
And eventually, she does send a few turtles away, like on like missions or just telling them what needs to be done, or she's getting reports as she comes towards you.
Go and cover it now.
Yes. What is it?
So I'm going to be able to treat my legs properly. I need some more supplies. Probably the people at the Shire have some.
Well, we might have some here. What do you need?
I need a proper
Half in
scalpel
blood.
first off, and you'll like 6 inches with her fingers, just show the length of it, with the blade going up over halfway. And I need some sort of disinfectant and some booze. And possibly more bandages.
Well,
something to stop bleeding.
The disinfectant and the booze might be one and the same. And she gives like a slight chuckle. I'll go see if I can gather that for you.
Thank you.
And Jeb goes, let me have a look. And he like takes a long look at like your face, and he's like looking over your snout, and he's like, it does seem to be broken.
That is correct.
Thanks, Jeb.
And Jeb looks down. And your legs.
We're crushed. I'll be fine as long
But
as
you are
swelling
walking.
doesn't start.
You are able to walk on them. So they are not broken.
Thanks, Jeb.
I can see why we need to go to the first shaman, not him.
You should not have.
Well,
you should
at
not
this
have
point,
taken. Wait. You should not have taken the trip to my tent. You should have stayed here, off of your feet.
Probably, but they weren't hurting at the time.
A rush
They
of
weren't
adrenaline.
hurting, she said, after they were literally just crushed the moment before.
Adrenaline is
A rush of adrenaline will push us past our own. And he like just examines your legs. He's like, you are very lucky that these are the only injuries you require. You have. Jesus Christ.
Words are
These
difficult.
are the only injuries that
Jeb
you have.
just drops
acquired.
accent in the middle of the sentence.
We'll be fine.
I can tend to you on the ship while we head to Torrentala. By the time we reach it, You should be able to walk as normal.
I mean, no disrespect, but I can treat myself.
Hmm. They do say that healers make the worst patients.
And they are very much correct.
And he gives you like a slight smile. I honor your pride, but I would wish to be there when you do it, in case you need a pair of hands.
Of course.
You do endure much, Everest Ogre, and it does not go unnoticed. And he stands and he walks over to Glacius. How are you feeling?
I am not breathing in pain, so better than that.
That is good.
I'm just sore.
You
Hungry.
and your friends need to take these next few days with caution.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't know about her.
She is very prideful, your friend.
She just wants to help.
I envy her.
She just
She
wants to
puts
help us.
she puts on a strong front, and
Doesn't mean it's gonna do her any good.
it seems that she is the one that attempts to hold you all together. And he looks back over his shoulder. She is not being honest about the pain that she is going through. She attempts to remain strong for you all. I would ask you to do the same. But he looks down at your chest. But what is happening to you is a very serious matter indeed.
I'll figure out a way through. Eventually.
And in the back of your head, Glacius, you hear, "Will you?"
Yes, I will.
What? Like Jeb looks towards you. You will not.
I will get through this. Just talking to myself. Like I don't. People say that talking to yourself and like positive speaking will like I don't know.
Yeah,
It might have an effect.
I catch myself doing that very often.
You're roboting, Thoros.
Okay, good. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
He's gone. And he's back.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I do catch myself.
You're still
Yeah,
roboting.
don't worry.
I mean, I understood what he said, but like, got this part out.
I think he actually just talked to his walking stick, which is also his grandfather, but also a stick.
No, it's his aunt. Everyone else is just like a weapon that was converted, or a family member that was
from a long line of hammers.
Except
My father was a hammer,
Except my grandmother.
and
My
my
grandma.
father, and his father before him.
My grandmother was a shield.
But basically says that he has caught himself speaking to himself before. So he does like give you a slight smile when you say that. It is quite comforting at times.
Yeah.
When you are making a rough or hard decision, the best person to consult is yourself.
Just nods. I might actually start doing that.
He just like takes out like a wooden bowl and begins to make more of the maze, like the rug to put on your chest.
I'll poof Buddy out and just like, just like emotional support woodpecker.
Bilker, you do gather all of your Iron Defender as
Sit on it.
Minerva and Wing. Where are you taking Belmog's body? Right in the middle of the field.
Hey guys, who wants to interrogate a dead guy?
Yeah.
You guys watch as who's carrying the body.
I am.
You guys watch as Minerva and Asher, or Minerva and Wing walk up to you all. Everest, you're looking around and your attention is drawn towards them as you watch. Wing is carrying the decimated body of Belmog Dune towards you guys.
I'll pass.
I'll do it.
No, you're
No,
wrestling.
you're not.
Okay. He's
Yeah,
like
Jeb
laying
goes,
down.
you are staying right here.
Okay.
Do you fancy a game of chess?
Sure. Do you know how to play cards?
That's not the
you
same.
offer cards.
I know. I'm
Well, you can teach me how to play. And he sits down.
Oh boy.
Nice. Nice.
So where are you guys going with the botte?
Who's coming with us?
I guess Eris will follow.
Cool. So we will go into the middle of a square, but just a big open area.
Okay.
And he's gonna make a big show of drawing a circle of glyphs around it, and writing, and putting out ritualistic.
And I will say, as you prepare this circle and you think of questions you're going to ask, we will take a short break.
Yee.
Short break.
Short break.
Hey.
Doris, I did.
How many questions did we get?
I think it's 3.
What?
I got your PM.
Just
Yeah,
in
what?
case.
What happened?
What happened?
I go grab snack.
Cool. Well, this ain't good for Glacius.
This is
No.
fine.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Oh, he'll be fine.
On the upside, my god told me I'm not gonna die soon.
Nice. That's always useful.
Alpha is gonna go home.
Yay. See Torrentala.
Hey, T, this is the circle Wing draws.
That's not evil.
That's not evil at all. That sounds like it'd be very hard to draw. Like you'd accidentally step on one of the lines, or wind will blow ever so gently and just blow over your entire
Luckily,
thing.
Honestly, that was like the
it's
most...
completely unnecessary, and he's just doing it to scare the guards.
But why?
Because
He thinks it's funny.
Right.
Honestly, though, it's like that was part of what really killed my enjoyment of the first few episodes of Full Metal Alchemist, because I was like, how the fuck are they drawing these circles so goddamn fast? Whenever they had to pull one of
I
them
mean,
out.
it's basically only Alf who draws circles really quickly.
Yeah, but they do it so quickly. It's like, no, it's like that doesn't make
I
sense.
feel like you get good at it though.
So 3 questions, I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was 5, but
It's 5.
Oh, okay. Good. Minerva probably has priority on anything.
Alright, we need one more question.
He'll
I got
turn.
one. Yeah, I
He'll
got
turn to you and say, "I think I know the answer to the second question, but that's for later."
Oh, are we in roleplay preparing our questions?
I mean,
Sure, why not?
sure. You'd have to, because he has to ask the question, so you'd have to tell him to ask the question.
Ah, gotcha.
Is Minerva just... Yeah, that's cool. Not going to change that question? Or...
Did you know
Okay,
Lamau.
I am back.
Hello,
Welcome
back.
That's a joke. I don't think we should waste a question asking him that.
Did you know you were a bitch? Jesus.
However, I think it would be very funny to ask him.
I am invoking the power of a deity to bring consciousness back to this corpse that we have slain in battle. And one of the questions you want to ask is, did you know you were a bitch? I fully support this decision. Absolutely. If we genuinely can't think of another question.
I got one.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good one.
I think I'm going to tag on and Genu to that.
Yeah. Eris isn't sure that those are part of the same being, but she's not certain. And since my trips to the library keep getting waylaid, you can ask the corpse in front of everybody.
You know, it'd be great
if
I didn't prepare Speak with Dead.
That would be great.
Put the body in the bag of holding for a day.
I did, but
Why is dice being rolled?
I'm rolling stuff for a new character, considering I don't want to bring Eric back yet, and how close I've kept on coming to dying. I just want a backup.
Alright.
Just in case.
We need more diamonds.
Is Eric not your backup?
No, Eric is my main. If Vilka dies this soon, I don't want to bring Eric back yet. I'd like it to be around level 10 or so that I can complete what I had planned for him.
Cool. My fingers are blue. This is what I get for using markers. I am a
Alright,
child.
so we've got 5. We've got 4 questions. 5 if you want to do the other one.
1, 2, 3.
Any other ideas?
I'm looking at 5 questions.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at 6
And one
if you
joke.
include the bitch one. Where'd Doros go?
I mean, we can always just slap it in the bag of holding. Cast Gentle Repose, slap it in the bag of holding for 10 days and cast it again.
Yeet.
This is a renewable resource.
Bodies, the renewable resource of D&D.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
That's the episode. That's the episode of the title.
What
I mean,
bodies?
that's no, the episode. Reusable resource.
Reusable resources.
No, we'll do reduce, reuse, recycle.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's gnarly. I like that.
When you roll stats and your lowest stat for intelligence is 10 for a barbarian.
Ooh, he knows how to read. Fucking hell.
Yes.
Almost back. He has food. It's not ice cream. Don't worry.
Damn.
Yay.
Okay, so
I don't have
as
any.
I'll say, Wing, as you put your finishing touches on your circle, and you look around, you see like turtles are just looking at you, just like, what the hell is this guy doing? You go, yes, my master plan is almost. Fuck, I didn't
activate
prepare
my
the spell.
starry form, and he
Yeah,
begins to glow.
You activate it, and you're all
Radiant
confident in yourself. And in the back of your head, you're like, yes, my plan is going exactly. And you pause, you go, fuck, I didn't prepare the spell.
No, I did.
And,
We did.
oh, you did? Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you didn't.
He was joking. He was joking.
I thought you did. Okay, so you
That would
take your
be fucking
starry form.
fantastic.
Make an intimidation check.
Nice.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Yes. 11. Yes.
Yes.
The six turtles who have stopped their work just all in unison go, oh. Oh.
Are they all high?
No, they're just like all in not at the same time, but they're all just like watch you glow and become your like true Asimar angel form. As you turn and you begin to cast Speak with Dead. Give me 1 second, because I actually have a pretty good theme for Speak with Dead.
Cool.
He's got a theme for it.
Could you imagine if I hadn't prepared the spell and just left the circle there without any explanation? That would have been so fucking good.
Almost sad.
Why is
Why is Elmo sad?
I burnt my food.
Oof.
Well, that's just a dumbass.
It's all fucking
Mega rip.
hard shit, and I can't
So
eat it.
do
What
we
food
not
is
have
it?
a, do we not have a
It's
fifth
like really
question, or
hard.
are we doing the joke one?
We have a fifth question. No, you deleted one.
Yeah.
Which one did you delete?
I deleted one because it was the same one that Everest wrote down.
Okay. Okay, so now we have 4 and a joke.
The perfect amount.
That's not it.
Guys, I burnt my food.
I hear.
Yeah, what is your food?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you guys.
What are you eating?
Chopao.
Who?
What?
Chopao.
Chopao.
Chopao?
I don't know what
Yeah.
that is.
What's that?
It's food.
I've markered
No, it's
myself
not.
again. Damn it.
Are you like 2?
Me?
I don't
You-
know. This is
The whole world
happens
is my
every time.
canvas,
I get out my marker.
and this magic marker on my brush.
I am a child when it comes to marker. The second I open it, I just somehow become covered in marker.
Do you want me to get you some crayons?
No, I don't like crayons. I'll prefer markers. They're expo
They're coarse
light
and they're rough.
wet erase.
They get everywhere.
I found it.
You found it?
So-
Goodbye.
Cool. I found it, Groovy Leaves. Awesome.
Going into my safe. No, I'm joking. So, Wing,
Yo,
as your glowing Asimar form begins to make the waving signs of your hands around the body, as your hand touches its chest, you watch as the body, its chest, sunken in from rubble, and you hear the air almost moving by itself into his mouth. As he takes a breath in, and you watch his eyes open, and they glow the same angelic light that yours glow at this moment. As his head lightly creaks and looks towards you, Wing.
Well, what are the questions, guys?
We have them written down, bro.
Do you hand wing your piece of paper?
Sure. Please, bro.
Ah, good preparation. Right, Dick. What's your obsession with Minerva? Lapel. Is it Lapel? No, Roswald.
Eventide.
Fucking... Yes.
The bitch was the last living Eventide who was unaccounted for. Her father believed that she would return one day to confront them. And he was right. So I prepared for her return.
Yeah, well, now I can't confront them, you fucking dick.
I imagine that's just Wing, like, going up down the piece of parchment.
I could teach you some penmanship. How do you know about the shards?
Because he told me.
Very cryptic. What do you know of the Undying King and Genyu?
Not much as them as individuals. But they are one in the same.
Oh. Insight
That's not
check.
good.
Make an insight check.
Insight motherfucking Jack.
I'd also like to, but I mean he's gonna get it anyways.
Oh, nice.
Natural.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. That's actually
We both rolled 19.
26.
To his belief,
Okay.
that's
As far
how
as
he
he knows.
yeah.
Dope. What did you mean when you said Minerva will lose her shard soon?
He hunts for it. The other two, or no, sorry, the others are out of his reach. But hers is within his grasp.
Guys, if you've got any more questions,
We could try to press to ask him more specifically who told him.
Why are you such a bitch?
good question, not using it.
Fair.
What are you pressing?
Because he said, well, you asked, how does he know about it? And he said, because he told me, so we can ask him who specifically told him.
Or he a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
But he a bitch.
Oh, I got
He
one.
is indeed a bitch. That much is clear.
You've got one, because I've also got one.
Oh.
Alright, we've got to pick who else worships the Undying King, or where can we find the person who tells you what to do?
Kill them all.
I'm gonna go ahead and disagree. We've killed every follower of Vecna.
I vote Wanderesses.
Who still worships the undying king?
The unyielding is many, for we are legion.
God damn it.
Ah,
That's my last
And
question.
you watch as the angelic glow to his eyes fades. You watch as his left eye, or no, his right eye has been missing this entire time. And his other eye is just a faded gray as the breath and the chest lowers through the melted breastplate of all the heat metals as he is now a corpse once again.
Did Everest hear this, or was this out of earshot?
No, they went out of
This
earshot
is
of you
out
guys.
Rip.
fucking kick him.
Kick the corpse.
Oh,
No, I won't do it.
well, if we've got any questions for the future, we can ask him in 10 days, and I stuff the corpse in the bag of holding. Oh, no. First of all, I cast gentle repose on the corpse,
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
and then I stuff it in the bag of holding.
Wait.
I've still got a 5th level spell if anyone needs something.
Okay.
Not 5th level, 3rd level.
So as you all return to Jeb, Glacius, Bilker, and Everest, and Alpha, Jeb goes, so the ace is the best card in the deck.
Yeah. Second to the face cards, which are the ones that have the detailed pictures of them.
Depends what kind of game you're playing.
What is a face card?
The ones that I pull out all the king, the queen, and the jack.
Excuse me, we have some important information to divulge.
So the ones with the literally that have faces on them.
Oh, how
No,
was
guys,
your
we just
interrogation?
Yes, thank you.
They literally have faces on them.
Glacius.
Sorry, continue, please. I'm sorry.
Christ. We will diverge
Jesus Christ.
the information as told to us.
When
So
he
as
says
Minerva-
unyielding, she just kind of... Everest kind of like flinches in shock and managed to bang her snout while she's trying to repair it. Fucking hell!
You just say, ha!
Fucking punches herself.
Fucking unyielding?
At least that wasn't a waste of a question, I hope.
The
Mm.
unyielding were supposed to be eradicated 1,000 years ago.
You know about them.
Yes. I did some research
mean-
back however long ago when we took our 8 months. Didn't learn too much, but they're an ancient cult.
I mean,
They're trying to
Doesn't this
resurrect
mean
an
that
ancient
Daxio...
evil.
Doesn't this mean... Do you believe this means, Everest, that Daxio and at least Silas, from what we have gathered, may be a part of this cult? They too worship him.
Then yes.
Well, that's fantastic news. Now we know a way to infiltrate them and get information.
So what's the plan?
Thoros goes, so that means that Genya is a member of this unyielding.
He is
Wow.
one and the same.
I am staggering at your level of intellect here, Thoros. That's... Christ. I didn't know you were capable of such a feat.
If you would let me finish, I was going to say, not only a member, but one of its heads.
Again. Wow.
You're such a dick.
This undying king, Everest.
Yes?
Eris is like, he's turning to look at you. This undying king. Who exactly is he? He has to have a different name, a different domain.
Yeah, there's one whispered throughout time itself.
I I'm
Vecna.
Vecna,
Ooh.
yes. But other than that, there's not too much else I know other than what I've told you.
Also, the guy's right eye was missing.
Is that significant? I don't remember anything like that before.
It might be, because it was worth covering up with an illusion.
Well, no, it just.
Or did we just
It was
not
always
notice
there.
he was missing an eye?
No, you guys did notice. I told it to you.
Okay.
He didn't cover it up either. Like, usually if people have that injury, cover it up.
Because
He
it's
was-
gross.
He's a weird dwarf. I wouldn't have said it then. Unless I do know that is one of the markers.
In Everest readings, you do know that 1,000 years ago, those who worshipped Vecna or were a part of the Unyielding would remove their right eye.
Cool. Except I
to-
didn't say that because I didn't think it was significant. So
Oh.
But she was in the room with her, she probably saw it.
Yeah, Everest seen it, yeah. But you do know that to honor their benevolent god, to also share in his image, they would remove their right eye.
he would remove
Nice.
his right eye.
They would remove their right eye to try and share the image of their benevolent leader.
Dope.
That's gross, dude.
She would relay that.
If I pull out the ring of the hammer we killed, what sort of markings does it have? Anything?
It just has this sigil of the Iron Storm, but it's like diamond encrusted.
It's like a thunderbolt crashing through a storm
fancy
cloud onto an
shit, then.
anvil or something, right?
Yeah, it's a thunderbolt crashing through a storm cloud and hitting onto an anvil.
Yeah.
The ring is black, like an obsidian, and then the lightning bolt, the cloud, and the anvil are like a diamond type material, like some type
I
of
would
crystal.
like to further investigate the ring to see if there are any illusions present.
Make an Arcana check, I guess,
Okay. Guidance.
or I guess investigation then.
Yeah.
If you're like just examining the ring. Well, it's interesting you said you're looking for anything like. So I thought you were trying to look for anything in the arcane nature.
Natural 20 for 27.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I will ask you quickly. Has Wing ever like peered over when Glaucus was working on his disc with all the symbols on it?
It came from Rusty,
I was
right? So
working most of
probably
Yeah.
once he met Rusty.
So you do notice that there are symbols on this disc that resemble the cloud, the lightning bolt, and like a certain section of the anvil. And you remember this right away with that check as you look at the ring.
Back in a second, guys. And I will go and talk to Glaucus.
Glaucus is right there.
Did he come with?
I'm
'Cause I
right
told him not to.
Well, you guys went back, right, to talk to everybody?
Yeah, of course.
I'm right here.
So you guys, yeah.
I turn around to go and find Glaucus, and I turn around and he's
Oh,
there.
there he is.
I'm right here.
Hey Glaucus,
Yeah.
your disky spinny thing with the symbols on it,
Yeah.
that matches this, or at least some of it does. Can I have a good look?
I pull out my disc.
Disc.
Yes.
My disc. The big
All right, so go ahead and make a intelligence check at advantage as you begin to spin the dials
Guidance.
that have these three symbols on them.
Me or Wing?
Well, I'm doing it,
Your way.
so... intelligence check is a 20.
Okay. That was the DC
Hell.
because it got lowered because you had that natural 20 and had that realization. As you spin one of the layers, and you do see, Glaucus, what you believe to be a key of some sort, as Wing turns it, it matches up with another like rigid line and becomes a lightning bolt. And below one of the disc that you saw before lined up to create almost like a storm cloud of some sort as that locks into place. Um, and there are now 16 layers left that need to be solved.
Oh, nice.
Wing,
Yo.
can I see that mirror that you have?
Yes.
She will take it. She will look at her snout, and in one smooth motion, make her snout straight again, and roar out in pain.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
You could have just asked someone else to do it.
No,
That would be less fun.
that'd be an 8.
An 8?
An 8.
Ooh.
Technically, if she's within 10 feet of me, she gets +4.
12.
Alright, 12.
She's 11 feet away from me.
You guys watch, and with a fucking disgusting bone-cracking sound, she pushes her snout back into place.
Ew.
You take 14 points of just physical damage.
And then immediately a second level cure wounds into it.
Okay. And you guys watch as the scar that would have been there seals its or the wound seals itself up. And I think Everest drew a little picture of it earlier, but there is now
Put it here.
a very looking artiste.
That's not
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
I did the wrong thing.
That's KJ's.
There is now a nice, almost peachy flesh-colored scar going across her nostril now. Like going across the tip of her snout, or the beginning of it.
Looking pretty battle-hardened there.
That must have been painful.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Why wouldn't you just...
As you guys say this to her, the hand glows with the healing magic, and she lets her hand down before she begins.
Well, it's straight.
Could have asked someone else, but okay.
No.
Guys, I mean, we've all taken a lot of hits in our time. But still, fucking hell, but yeah, you'll be alright.
That was...
Like, no hesitation. She did it.
It's medicine.
Jeff goes, is one way to do it.
That's...
It's the most efficient.
Yeah, there's literally so much stronger people. You could have done that better. But alright.
Have you ever done that before?
But you do clear your snout, Everest, and you guys actually do watch. Everest, this won't be good for you.
Yeah.
A few spittles of acid come out with the blood.
Oh.
As you watch the ground begin to sizzle from it.
What was that? Do I recognize it as acid? Or is that's really weird spit.
It's just hot blood, my guy. It's just hot blood.
What color was it?
What do I have?
It was
red.
It
came
green.
out with blood.
There was green. Yeah, it was with the blood, but there was green tidbits coming out with it. But your nose is now clear, Everett.
I don't think he
You
quite
can breathe
noticed
through
it
it.
herself.
But you guys
Hey,
did.
there's suddenly pain.
Good. So, whatever. Right, back to the matter at hand. Fucking... We've got to deal with Vecna again.
I guess we do.
Again? We just...
Still.
Aren't we always dealing with
I
them?
mean, now it's back on a high priority.
That's what
It
you've
was
been
kind of
fighting?
always on...
Oh yeah,
It was kind of always
Eris
on
and
priority for
Bilka.
me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be
Eris
honest.
and Bilker. What a story we have for you.
I'll be honest, Glacius. It wasn't my top priority whilst fighting a giant mechanical cyborg, but you know, okay.
I got it.
So Eris and Bilka, our friend here who remembers everything, will tell you everything he remembers about this shit.
What's up?
Okay, while he's doing that, can I go back off to the estate?
I do that
Yeah.
because I'm not just gonna fucking do that.
Well, they don't actually know.
I'm just gonna eat.
We'll catch
Yeah, they
you up.
don't actually know.
Yeah, you gotta
We'll catch you
tell
up.
their Elmo.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm
do it in
eating a
roleplay,
chocolate
guys.
waffle.
That's up
We
to
gotta
Irrelevant.
do it
you.
in roleplay.
The chocolate waffle can be saved for later.
Alright. Alright, so first off,
We'd like to be able to understand.
Bro, we're
rules,
recording,
please.
man.
kidding.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm
come on.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Elmo is a
Alright.
professional.
Yep.
no, I'm very much.
Eris, is gonna look at Ata, like very quickly, and just her voice is gonna be very even. This is what I meant when I asked if there was anything that could get us killed that we needed to know about when I asked you in the Shire.
Alpha's outside meditating.
Oh, is it?
Well-
Sorry.
All right, Glacius.
Okay,
That sentence is structured like Arthur actually said it. Incredible.
Oh no.
Oh no.
is he back?
And he's back.
He's back.
Alright, okay, test run. Am I working?
Boys are
Yes.
back in town.
Okay, cool. Let's fix my posture. Alright. It all started in a town of Waterdeep. I'm just kidding.
No, do it.
You weren't there, but we did tell you the story.
We did tell. Okay. There was. Fucking, I barely remember.
Luckily, we have notes.
I do. I have,
Yeah, we have not.
we have notes.
Do I really gotta scroll up all the way that far?
Okay, what do you want to know? You want to know the name of the cult that we
Actually,
destroyed?
To be fair,
Hmm.
Wand and Winks, you could just read that if you wanted to, and determine how much your character pays attention. Because everything is there, I think.
But also recording.
Yeah,
it is a
people
little
also don't
comedic.
know.
Yeah.
That is true. We'll have to do a catch-up prologue. Prelogue.
Well, we did say we were going to do the
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, but this is telling
in
this is
character.
telling Eris and Bilker.
Yeah, which
so-
is pretty important.
Yeah. What are you looking for, Elmo?
No, I mean I physically don't remember because I wasn't
Okay.
on my best behavior that day.
Oh. Akatsuki is the one cult name that was replicating the Unyielding's ways. That's
Yeah,
the name.
Akatsuki.
The Akatsuki.
I don't.
Akatsuki. I remember that.
It's a really weirdly spelled word. With a lot of hard K's.
Roughly.
You know what? I got this. I got
You
this.
got
Alright.
this?
Thank you. Sorry.
Alpha.
Long ago.
I will say that Alpha does eventually end his meditation and walk over to the group. And as he does pick up some of this conversation. And Alpha goes, "Well, let me tell you about the tale of the Sentinels of Blackrock. It all started, for me at least, when the alliance between the Turtle people of Rivendell and the Taldore Empire became one. I traveled to Iman with the first group of refugees.
Oh, disconnected. Oh,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
He's so
And
upset.
when I arrived in the city, it was something that I have never seen before. I lived on the stories of my grandfather, my real grandfather, not the hammer grandfather that is a hammer, but also my grandfather. And you watch Alpha takes a moment and goes, "Yes, you." And he looks at the hammer. But when I arrived, I spent a few hours wandering around, and then I came upon a statue of Melora, the Wild Mother, and I thought that it was a good place to meditate. Eventually, I was approached, and he looks towards Wing, by Wing and our friend Jared Shadow Eye. And after some conversation and some tea, they convinced me to come with them to help them save the city. And, well, we did, and we became the Sentinels. There was a sludge demon that was possessing the people of Amon. And, well, he possessed Alora and our friend Gilmore. You met him when we were in Iman, remember?
Yes.
Anyway.
He also
Anyway.
possessed me, and that was not fun.
Yes, he did possess Everest, and it was not fun. But we did take the day, thanks to our friend Genyu. And he takes a pause. He used to be a friend. He was one of the reasons that we claimed victory that day. So, we were granted seats on the Taldore Council. Myself, appointed as the ambassador of the total team. Gracious, the ambassador of the halfling. Wing, the ambassador of the Asama of the North. But I think Asher is the only Asama. Well, Wing is the only Asama I have ever met. So I don't know who you really represent. But Everest and Minerva represents not only their people, but their faith on the council. Ilmater and Valora. Jared, when he was offered his seat, sadly refused and left. He did not come back to us till a few months later. And when he did, is when we were given the mission. Oh, and they built us a keep. You also are a keep. We brought you there. But after a long time.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
Stop, Tauros, Mike. It's possessed.
It's
Mike
possessed
is
and
stuffing
staticky.
up for you.
Us? I like how almost everyone is muted.
Probably is mute for
Probably
fixing
changing
the
mics
mic.
or
Yeah.
headphones. That's probably
I hope
why.
so.
Hello.
Hello.
Is
what's
it,
up?
I think it's better now.
Yeah.
And after a very nice fishing trip, we all returned. Well, most of us returned to Iman. Genyu got lost and went out on his own. Eventually, when we all met up again, he did return on an airship that he entered the city with. We went and greeted him at the docks. It was very interesting. But after, we were given a mission to bring a hammer to the Dwarven kingdoms to prevent a war from breaking out and to hopefully establish a stronger peace. It was a very tireless journey across the Taldore Empire. We met a lot of very nice people like Rusty and Diamond. We met Dando Daxio's nicer brother. He was in charge of Fort Daxio, which used to be his family's house, but it was turned into an outpost. I think that is how it goes anyway. But when we got there, we met refugees.
and among the refugees was a member of my grandfather's team. Unfortunately, she was suffering memory loss. It was sad, but she seemed happy, and she was helping people. I made her a little place to call home, but she wanted to continue to find those in need. It was nice to see her. So from Fort Daxio, we made our way to Craghammer, where we established, after giving them the hammer, the gift that we were bestowed to give to them, we established a peace. But we learned of a great evil who was building his forces below the earth. They called it the Underdark. And in these caverns, we did battle with a giant meatball. We did battle with a giant floating creature who had many eyeballs, but one singular big one.
The second he mentions that creature, Eris's part arm sort of like jets out almost as if to smack into something, and then it also reels back as if in pain, and her entire, let's say like the left forearm start spazzing out. She looks extremely infuriated for some reason. Doesn't exactly place it, and she's trying to, it seems like she's trying to pass it off as like just pain is just coursing through her.
Oh yeah, Alpha like is still looking at you, but he's in the reel now. His engines are going, the flows, he's just continue going.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
We engaged in a great battle on the top of a pyramid. It was, and he like takes a pause. We had to fight one of our own. The one that you took the form of before the battle with this creature. We did not get a chance to take him with us. So I fear that when the battle was over and we slain that creature and the elder brain who controlled the Illithid, the temple came down on our friend. He never got to be properly buried. But with the help of Everest's father, we were able to teleport back to the surface and join the fray and push back the Duragar and the Undergnomes who were attacking Craghammer. After that, we needed to take the horn of he wouldn't know. We needed to take this horn that was attached to the creature that we fought to Vasselheim to be locked away. And that is where we met you all.
Everest is 100% asleep. She is passed out.
Bilker is passively paying attention to what's being said while he's trying to figure out how he's going to put his Iron Defender back together.
I want to go talk to some turtles.
Yeah, Eris is actually going to, she won't say anything. She's going to go attempt to set her shoulder. She looks really pissed off.
Yeah, I think with Eno's blessing, Alpha probably wouldn't talk about Genyu's death.
That's true.
Not yet, anyway.
I think he did come to terms with it at some point down the line. He might have just mentioned it and not gone into depth.
You would because he talked to Eris about it already.
Okay, so Alpha would also say, after we all met back after our vacation, we enjoyed a very nice parade in our honor, and after we returned to our keep. But the next day, a group of mercenaries who were part of the Damir appeared in our front door with Genyu captured. And he stops. I could not save him, and he died there that day. Then Alpha just silences, and he'll begin setting up a fire to make tea.
What time of day is it?
It's probably only noon. It's not that late.
Cool.
At all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Eris is gonna go find not say anything. Just go find a spot to sit her shoulder.
Okay.
Because it's probably all bruised and purpled over by now.
Yeah.
She'd been very quiet about it, but it's obvious. She can't really ignore it currently.
Okay. So as you pop it back into place, I will say you do take 2 points of just physical damage. But it hurts like hell, but it's back in place.
Alright, excellent.
I would like to go to my old bell tower, please.
Okay. I will say, Everest, as you're nodding in and out, Jeb does come over to you with a small white liquid in a cup, and he goes, "Here, drink this and sleep. You need the rest."
What is it?
It is milk of the puppy. It
Nice.
will help you rest.
Do I have any idea what this is?
You do know that in a very small dosage, it does relax the muscles and help you get a very well-needed night's rest. It'll also allow you to, if you have 2 points of exhaustion, it'll let you get rid of them in one long rest.
Ooh,
Cool,
that's
nice.
so nice. Yeah, she'll take it.
But it will also relax your muscles, put you in a very deep sleep. And as you take one sip, it goes, "Not too much. If you drink enough, it could kill you."
I'm
Fucking
aware.
nice.
Wake me if
Don't give her a
anything
dosage, just give her a
happens.
fucking cup.
He walks over with the same cup to Glacius and goes, "Here, have a sip and sleep."
Between all this and just setting our wounds, taking time for a breather, does that count as short rest?
Yes.
We're taking a long rest.
Glacius, are you accepting the milk of the puppy?
Okay.
Yes.
So you take one sip, and within a minute, Everest, as you lay back, you just the clouds in the sky as the storm begins to clear and the sun is beginning to shine down. Your eyes are just become heavier as you pass out. Same with you, Glacius, as you both sleep. And Jeb covers you both with fur covers, and goes, "They will be asleep for
Jeb
a
fucking
long.
roofied me.
They will be asleep for a good 8 hours. So, we must decide where we are going to take this one. A few days on the ship, on a few days on anything that we decide to take to wherever we are going, Everest and I can take care of her injuries.
Oh, heard that knock.
I believe it was decided to go to
So-
Torntala.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you all, what is Bilker? I'll say you're spending the night just trying to just like get an inventory, and you do have by the end of the night, or by the end of by 4 o'clock, you do an inventory on all the pieces of your Iron Defender, and you do have everything is accounted for. So that is a load off of your mind as you found every piece that was necessary.
Yep. Do we want to go get our the wagon?
That's all the way in the Shire.
Shit.
Before we go to bed, I'd like to cast Sending, and I will DM you to whom.
Okay.
Ooh, secrets.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing? Actually, Minerva, as you investigate I'm just going back to your PMs, I apologize. Okay. You do find a diary that belonged to your mother.
Oh boy, I can't wait to read that.
And you do open the first page. And it is on the day you were born.
Oh god, what does it say?
The gods have gifted us a daughter. Roswell is furious. I myself am slightly disappointed. But she is my blood. And it just continues on. It describes how you have like deep red roots matching your mother. Your eyes, like they're like light blue, right? Minerva's eyes?
Shit, I don't know.
Well, Lucius's are like a purple. Lucius's are very light purple.
I'll check.
I thought they were green, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. Your eyes like a very crystallized green. She records. It almost seems like she's not being mean, as she describes what you look like. And you continue on, and it's just days. You weren't a loud baby. You didn't cry much. You were very, not easily entertained, but you were very occupied. She did note in a few paragraphs of how your eyes would always wander. Then you get to a page. Oswald refuses to allow Minerva to be known. We've kept her identity a secret. The majority of the city is unaware of her existence. I fear for what this will do for her when she is grown. Darnell has informed me that she does sneak out sometimes through the storage cellar downstairs. I'm happy. Maybe she will find something that we could not give her. And then you continue writing. Now you continue reading, and it just goes on. A son. We have been gifted a son. Finally. The bells of Eventide Estate rang this morning. His very strong black hair, his light purple eyes, same as his father. He will be the heir of the Eventide name. And Minerva will have to grow in her younger brother's shadow. And then you keep reading. The Knights of the Vale Roswell intends to dispose of Minerva entirely, to raise her as a warrior. I do not agree with this. A woman, a little girl, should not have to go fend herself in the company of such men. I regret the way sometimes I treated my daughter. But I am a loyal wife and lady of the Eventide estate. And Roswell's decision is final. And then eventually there are the pages are dated. And many of them are blank. As you continue to flip through them. And then you get to a page. Melmog has taken Roswell and Lucius to a location I do not know. And the monstrosity that sits in that bedroom, I cannot stand to look at her. How could Roswell let this happen? I assume he's paying for what he's done, and he's left me here to cater to Belmog's every whim. I will not call that thing Minerva. And the diary ends there.
And Minerva knows.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
What happened? My fucking Discord booted me out like
Ooh.
2 minutes ago.
Minerva knows. Minerva knows about the clone child.
Oh shit.
Alright, that was interesting.
Ask one of the turtles to spar so you can get your anger out.
No.
Oh no, there is one more entry.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Belmog has asked for my presence today. I'm supposed to meet him and the doctor in our cellar. I could only imagine what horrors I am going to face. I have not seen my husband or my son in a year. I fear what has happened to them, as I fear what will happen to me. And that is the last passage.
Oh shit, she didn't even know. Damn. Dumb bitch.
What happened? Booted me out again. I'm not kidding.
Dumb bitch. That's the definition.
All I
Dumb
heard
bitch.
was dumb bitch. She didn't
Yeah, that's
know.
Minerva's mom. She dumb bitch.
I know that, but what, she never knew what? What?
She never knew
never
that
knew what
Lucius
happened.
and Roswald were turned into those constructions.
Oh,
Dumb bitch.
dumb bitch.
Dumb bitch.
And as you're reading, Minerva, you do hear like metal clinking behind you as you turn. And you see Lucius standing there.
Oh, Lucius, you're not hurt, are you?
No.
Good, good. I found our mother's diary. Do you want to read it?
He looks down, like very sad. He shakes his head no.
Right, okay. Oh, wait, I think I still have this. I'll give him the locket. Just give it to him.
And he takes it, and with one of his like metal claws, he pops it open and looks at it. And like what would be his thumb just goes along the portrait of your family. And he looks back up at you.
This is yours after all, so of course you should hold on to it.
He closes it and just holds it in his fist, and he nods. And he looks around. Home.
What's left of it anyways?
He goes, no. And he puts his hand on his shoulder, on your shoulder, and he like shakes it a little. He goes, home.
I'll give my little big bro a hug.
And as you guys hug, eventually, I don't know if you sent that message to Eris yet, Chef?
Yeah.
You did.
Is Eris going to go there?
Yeah, after about an hour or so passes, she'll head on over
Okay,
in that
so
direction.
Minerva, as you eventually take your accountings of what you went there to do first, we'll talk about that after, like during the long rest, when we'll talk about that. But as everyone finds their own way to go to sleep, as you look over the city and the bell tower, you do hear the sound of someone climbing up the side, and you look over and you see Eris making her way up. And you do reach out a hand and help her. As Eris, you enter the bell tower and look, and you can see almost the entire cityscape of Westruun from this position.
Hi.
Hey. She sounds and looks like shit, but
She injured?
no, just exhausted. Looks like these couple days have taken it out of her, in one way or another.
You okay? No, that's a stupid question.
Are any of us okay? Really? Are we? It's been a terrible few days, a terrible few weeks. In your case, it's probably a few terrible months, years. Well, you're still whole, at least most of you.
Yeah, we've done quite a good job of not getting traumatized. But, don't know if I trust that. You know, they're also sort of strong and pinnacles of what an adventurer should be. Feels like it's gonna break down, you know?
I know a few things about things breaking down. She flashes. It looks like she's taken it into her possession now, both the pepper boxes, pistols, what have you, of both Belmog and Sir Pelavar. So she's keeping those on her person.
You know the pepper box I gave you? We actually got that on our first proper adventure.
Did you?
Hmm.
Do you want it back?
Yeah, sure.
She'll pass the original back.
Hell yeah. More of a keepsake, to be honest, but it's all been so fucking complicated.
Guns, magic, deities, it's all complicated, I've learned in my time.
I realized recently, not today, that you and Bilka just sort of showed up, and I haven't taken the time to talk to you at all, and they don't know anything about you, or how you're doing, or what you're feeling about the party, anything like that?
She kind of gives off like a real just dry laugh. Just, it seems like she's trying to take advantage of the night air up away from everyone. It's odd, she doesn't, when she's so far away from everyone else, it's like she doesn't have to put up any airs. And she's just at least able to somewhat relax back, although there is still that tension, there's still that exhaustion on her. I don't come from anywhere big, any blood important. I fell into myself a few years back, just adventuring, that sort of thing. I have my things I hate, my things I love, things to pass the time. But it's difficult to fight for someone day in and day out if you don't know their goals. You don't know to what deities they pray at the end of the day. Don't know exactly who or what they fight for. Be it for cash, be it for pride, be it for some sort of cause grander than themselves. It's easy to get swept up in the storm of it all, only to realize at the end of the day that you're up shit's creek without a paddle. You can't swim. You don't know where the fuck you are. You don't know who you're with. Can you even trust them? It's overwhelming for most people. Most people don't get into this because they choose to, but because they have to at the end of the day.
I think their reasons are noble. They will come from sort of pasts which you would describe as sort of normal but extreme. As far as I'm aware, no sort of single event happened to any of them, really. And they're all good people. But I do understand. It's weird.
She's quiet for a second, looks back, pans over Asher. Do you understand?
Honestly?
Honestly.
I like to say I do. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck's going on. And sometimes I think I'm more on the ball than anyone else. But it's not really important.
Maybe. Just kind of dry rubs at her throat. My problem with eating me up isn't the bodies, it's not the chaos. This is going to sound weird when I ask you this, but have you ever been so frustrated or so upset with yourself more so than anything else? Frustrated that you can't help these people in the way you need to, frustrated that your shortcomings might get folks killed. Or
Yes.
perhaps so frustrated with what you've become that it gets difficult to figure out where you're going from here.
Yes, I think I do, of my limited expertise, know that feeling. I used to be part of the Demir, which Arthur told you about. And they took me away from my family. Well, they didn't take me away, they told me that if I didn't go away, then, you know, terrible shit would happen. And all the other wonderfully edgy, evil things that those type of organizations tend to say. But I left without saying goodbye, and for 4 years I had that feeling almost every day.
It's been about 4 years for me too, I think. 5? I don't. I used to just read books before all this. I was a fucking nerd and some scholared type. Cathedral.
What's wrong with books? Sorry.
And then one day, my nose got too curious. There was a lad I'd fancied. Fancied for some time. We got married, but we were happy. But about a few years into it, my stupid fucking nosy self started poking around when he was on a job. And my recklessness got him shot by one of those beholders. I hate them with every livid, burning vein in my body. Her arms start like tensing up noticeably. She's trying to just ease that out as she kind of just works this story out of her system. I got him shot, and he died that day. And then I kept being reckless, and that's how I wound up in the take. I was on a rampage just of myself for I don't know how long. I dabbled into things. I didn't pick anything up, not magic-wise. Just learning terrible things about these creatures, how to track them down. I suppose that's part of how I became one of the best. There's one particular beholder. He was the one who ended up doing my husband, and I traipsed in on the job and shot him, killed him. And that's how I got in. Then I realized I was really fucking good at it. And I lived like that for a time, but it's just something about being back in the moment, being back in it and realizing how your recklessness might get the people you care about killed. I was reckless in that fucking manner. I was reckless in Westruun. Nearly got Alpha killed. I can't stomach looking at him not straight. I can't stomach revelry, the things I used to enjoy. That's what's eating me, really. Not any sort of depression. Just, I'm sick with myself. I need to figure out how I'm gonna work my way around it. But reading, I think I can just get back to that for a little bit, work on my guns. I think I'll be okay. I'm not any more important than the rest of y'all.
What was your husband's name?
Oran Arnhem. That's why I carry his last name. Why I carry his rose. His scar. He had a partner once, Cruz. He's retired now. Still does odd jobs for the take, but he's almost done with that lifestyle. And perhaps in a few years I'll be done too.
I think once we've killed this Vecna fella, we'll all be done for a very, very long time.
So, you're all out to kill a god, are you? Or something like it.
Yeah, apparently. Which is kind of fucking nuts. But I think we can.
No, it's not the most ludicrous thing I've read.
No?
She takes out a novel. You might have noticed she stole this from Jared's office. It's one of the it's a trashy looking worn romance novel titled Tusk Love. Then she just flips open to an absurd passage describing male genitalia. And just reads that out to have a laugh for herself.
You mean the second page?
Yeah, exactly.
And you hear about Oscar. But no, after a serious conversation, Eris does read this book out loud, and it does lighten the mood a little. Sorry, Chef, you're about to say something. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
She'll stop after a couple passages because it's getting pretty cringy for herself too.
You know what? You're right. That is even more fucking ridiculous than trying to kill a god.
I know exactly. It makes you wonder if these people ever get out of their rooms to do anything. Oh well. I think I'm fine now, thank you. I'm more worried about the others, though. Especially Glaucus. If he's, Do you think he's cursed by this Genu? This Vecna fellow?
I think Glaucus is a very smart man who doesn't know what he's doing. And I think if I had the knowledge to dive into the ability to bring people back, I don't think I'd hesitate to grasp at that. I don't think he's wrong. I think he's just careless.
Well, if there's anything to be learned from Westruun and the Shire, it's that the more careless and the less we talk about what we need to accomplish on this grand journey to kill Vecna, right the wrongs, I don't know, free infants from wells, that sort of thing. If we don't talk to each other and we don't keep our eyes out for each other, it seems like even the smallest little things can poison us in the end. It seems like it was just the smallest of things that caused the Shire to be destroyed, as it were. Just the smallest of fights sprouted into a rebellion. Recklessness kills, I've learned that much. Like a powder keg waiting to go off. Were you planning to sleep up here?
Yeah, I usually do.
Do you mind if I take another part of the bell tower? I don't think I can stand to sleep near the others tonight. I've been having terrible dreams lately, myself.
Feel free. I
Good night.
promise I don't talk in my sleep.
So as you all get
irrelevant.
She probably could use a long rest.
I spend the rest of the day reading.
Well,
For the first time in a
Everest and Glaucus, you guys will be asleep for about 16 hours.
16. Everest did not take a full dose. I did message you that.
Oh.
She knows the effect. She doesn't want to sleep for that long.
Glacius times it.
He doesn't need to sleep.
So whatever you guys want to do for that part of the day. But eventually, Everest, you do awake. And it is in the middle of the night.
She does
and
awake
Jeb
in a
is,
panic. And immediately jumps up and rushes to Glaucus.
And as you jump up, and you go to get up, your legs do singe a little, and Jeb looks towards you. Rest, you are okay. And he looks over, and so is your friend. I just put a new dose of the medicine on him. He was becoming restless. And you do walk over, he became restless, but now he has finally drifted back to sleep. You should continue your rest as well. I am keeping an eye on him.
I'm tired of sleeping.
Glacius
Yes. And your legs are tired of walking. And you look down Everest, and your legs are slightly shaking. Your mind might be uneasy, but your body needs to take its rest, or the damage you have taken will eventually take its toll on you.
Yes, I'm aware. Don't need to spew how to heal, how to recover. I already know all this. And she'll make her way back and sit back down.
Yes. I know. And he just continues to play with the fire.
Yeah, I've been fucking saying this. I don't trust him.
He needs to sleep.
He's not a creep. Leave him alone. He's a fucking turtle. Leave him alone.
It's not his fault that he can't do Darfin and Alpha at the same time.
Darfin, Alpha, and Jeb.
There's only so many turtle voices you can do before they are all exactly alike.
Yeah.
Darfin. Apparently
Did
the
Laura
captain's
come back
too.
at all? Or not yet?
Did who?
Allura?
Yeah, Laura does eventually return. She has like a small, like, her and Anduin have like the command tent. Like they have two of the biggest tents near where the table is. And you do see Thoros is outside of her tent with her as they are talking.
Okay, well, whenever she does.
And I will say that she does see you awaken, and her and Thoros do approach. And Allura goes, "How are you feeling?"
Like crap, but that's fine.
She does have a few bruises herself.
Mm-hmm. Are you alright?
From the fight. Not as bad as you. I'm hanging in there. Don't worry about me, darling. I'll be fine. And Thoros goes, "She's a tough one, she is."
Worrying's what I do. Did you manage to find the stuff?
Yes, And Thoros goes, I'll grab it. And he heads back to her tent. You're going to do it now. You're going to try and do it now?
No, it's fine for now. It's not swelled yet.
And Thoros comes over with like a small satchel of basic medical like syringes and stuff. Scalp like knives and such. There are like bandages. There's a healer's kit in there with basic things like gauze and stuff that has. There are 2 pieces of like plywood that are like straight to be used as like to make a tourniquet if you wish to do so.
Cool.
And Thoros puts the sack down. He goes, "Yes, Splint. Thank you, Wing." But yeah, you have all the tools you need to perform the surgery that you wish to perform.
Cool. Not necessary now, though. As you'll say. Thank you very much. Could I possibly ask one more favor of you?
Of course, of course.
Do you think you could possibly find out the location my father is going to be in for the next couple weeks? I wish to send something to him.
Sure. And she sends a message. She waits. He is still in Craghammer. He said he will be there for quite some time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Have you all decided on the way you will be reaching Torrentala?
I don't think so. I was out for a while. So if they have, then I don't know.
Well, I was speaking with Anduin, and he informed me that they do not have a sky dock. So, if you do intend on taking one of the airships, you may not be able to take it all the way, but I can get us to a city with a port, and Anduin said that he would be more than kind to let us use one of the ships of the Empire to make the journey, or for you all to make the journey. I'm afraid in my presence, well, it's not a matter of quicker. The airship would definitely be quicker, but it's just the lack of somewhere to land when you reach Torrentala is the problem.
It is. I think we might decide in the morning.
Well, I will be over in my tent. If you need me, please, don't get up, but you can contact me. You know.
Of course.
And Thoros stands and goes, she's one of the toughest Dragonborn I've ever met. She'll be fine. Come on, Alora, you need rest as well. And she stands and she goes, good night, Everest.
Good night to both of you. And you also rest, Thoros.
I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
I've been through worse.
As have I.
I did spend 6 months in... I did spend 6 months in the Underdark, you know.
And I've been on death's door and back. Let's not do it again.
Aye. And they turn and go to Alora's tent. As you all get a long rest, so you can go ahead and mark that up.
Yay.
Alright.
Fucking yeah.
Oh,
I'm not sure if Everest goes
something
back to
too.
sleep. But long rest has been taken.
Oh, that means I'm, aren't I attuned to both of the things, Thoros?
Fuck you, Minerva.
Hey, man. Hold on.
I need to pick spells
I don't know what that
again.
means.
Heck.
Bashful.
Don't know that cute is how I describe Thoros. Thoros is a very adorable dwarf.
He is.
He's very
He's a
handsome.
Adorable dwarf.
He's a very nice big red nose.
He's
Thoros,
adorable.
do I need to roll a thing for my reading?
Yeah, make a religion check for me.
Guidance.
You're by yourself in the belt. Oh, you're guiding yourself.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can do
You
that.
can do that.
Yeah, you can do that now.
That's not great.
What
Oh
did you
fuck.
roll?
What is it?
Fine. You're good.
Okay.
Roll a d4.
Yeah,
D4.
fucking chill out.
Well, hey.
It's not bad. It's not bad. So that's a 16,
I will
19.
ask, what is the last level of spells in the cleric spell list I gave you access to?
3.
Okay, so, as you read, you finish half of the book. And in some way, you feel a stronger connection with Saloon now than you did a day prior.
Oh boy.
And like the feeling that you get when you go into your full angel form, like that just translucent like that transcendent feeling that you get, you have like a sliver of that right now in your normal form.
Dope.
As you finish reading the book. Or finish half the book, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So you all do awake, we'll say the next morning.
Mhm.
Glacius, you do, I actually need you to go to Whispers. I actually need you to go to Whispers.
Have fun.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, I found Thoros.
Oof.
Yeah, Everest probably didn't go to sleep again. Because why would she do that when she can stay up and worry? Oh, Bilker wants to talk now.
Sure. I'm just typing out something that I was going to say anyways before he remembered.
I need to start writing.
Mainly about Bilka.
Sneaky.
This is what Thoros really looks like.
Oh god, no.
Awful.
Depends on what time. He's probably staying nearby where he put down the components of his dog.
That doesn't sound good.
Wakes up.
And
Everest, you watch as Glacius just, as you woke up, just shoots up.
She didn't go back
and
to
he's
sleep,
sweating.
but...
Okay.
You okay
Just
there,
1 second,
Glacius?
Alpha and Bilker, we'll get right to that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Glacius?
just. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm present.
It is okay. Here.
Bad dream. Just bad
Alpha
dream.
made you some tea, but you are still asleep. Have a
That's-
drink. And he hands you the cup.
I take the cup. Oh, that's good. Takes a sip. I promise. I'm not in pain. Just bad dream.
Insight check.
Sure.
But I will say, Alpha,
Oof.
you do approach Bilker, as Bilker is just he's already waken up. He's drinking most of his tea, and he is just standing over like the parts. He has them laid out, like how they what they will, like where they all go. He has them laid out, and he's just currently just looking over it and then taking out blueprints as you walk up to him.
Also, Thoros, Bilka slept a little uneasy since it's the first time in a while that he slept without the Iron Defender being nearby, and
Yes.
also from a bit of guilt of bashing in Everest's nose.
Okay. This looks like a real mess. How are you holding up after that fight?
I could be doing a bit better. I'm not dead, at least.
I think you could use some extra protection. Do you know how to use a shield?
Yeah. Just hold it between you and whatever's trying to kill you.
He does take out the cog shield as I wait for what he's going to say next. This strand of typing roleplay is brought to you by Discord. Discord, your best way to play an online RPG adventure game. Discord. Talk to the friends you meet on Reddit.
Discord.
We're not
They're
sponsored.
They're not holding me hostage. It's just Discord is fantastic.
Okay.
Shush.
This shield is very nice, but it is also rather heavy. I think I would rather use my old wooden shield. Do you think you might want this?
Given how badly I kept on getting hit during that last fight, yes, I would like that shield, please.
And Alpha does hand you the shield.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm not going to be using them at the same time. Plus, the two-handed hammer is too big for me anyways.
Regardless of your point, you did just call me Chef, so I think you need to be put in the naughty corner.
Chef.
Oh, silence.
I always call you Chef.
Chill.
Yeah, but you're a child, so it's acceptable.
Wow.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
I'm muted for 2 seconds.
Oh wait, the shield was a magic item as well, wasn't it?
You'd need to attune to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think because it gives you advantage on something.
I think it was strength checks. And
yeah,
stuff like that.
strength checks.
Well, I still get the natural, thing.
The heck?
+2. I see. Well, rip me using my two-handed hammer.
A word of warning. There is a big hole in the middle of the shield. So there is that. There is a hole, but it goes deep and then it's sealed off. Like the hole does go in, but there's a piece of metal on the inside. But you do have the shield. It is +2 AC, and then when you're attuned to it, it does give you advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Okay. Nice. I'm going to take a short amount of time to attune to the shield because I would like that because
And you do so.
By now, aren't I also attuned to both the guns earlier throws?
Yes, and I will send you we will talk about the stats when the game is over.
Yeah, later. Alright, just letting you know.
Mostly because I don't have it fully written up.
That's okay.
For player use. I had it used for the NPCs, but I have to make it player friendly. Oh, fuck.
No, that's okay.
Guys, I've got a gun. You're all at risk now.
But eventually, I will say you guys do want to go back to the Shire and get your horses and your cart. So There is a horse-drawn carriage, like a medical carriage, that Jeb does insist that Everest and Glacius ride on to go back to the Shire.
Yep.
And you
I'll
guys
ride
are
on it.
helped on.
Sure.
And Wing does go on with you.
How long is this ride
Is
to the
everyone
Shire?
going?
How long is the ride to the
So
Shire?
I think,
Yeah.
Between rests.
is everyone going, or does the group want to break and go get the stuff and meet everyone back here?
I don't know.
I don't
What do you
know.
guys
I
want?
don't see any reason why we would want to, unless Glacius would be inclined to go out and visit the Shire for his own reasons. Why we would want to move him currently, because we don't know.
Well, I was under the impression that wherever you guys decide to leave from, because you're probably going to have to take a ship by sea to get to Thorntala,
Yeah.
Aurora was going to teleport you to a port, most likely Iman, and Anduin was going to give you a ship to use to get there. So you guys need to go get all your stuff, and at least arrange for it to be brought back to Iman, because you can't teleport with it. And then there's the whole Minerva and Lucius thing, but right now, the only reason I said that is because there is a caravan going to the Shire to go to the more medical tents to get better treatment. So now would be probably the best time to go with full protection to get to the without having to make perception checks to get there, and you would just fast travel to the Shire.
I'm fine to go
We
there.
all
and
head
just,
to the
like,
Shire,
help
bring
that.
Alora with us, teleport once we actually get there. We're ready.
Yeah.
I still have a few things to do in the city.
Yeah.
That's true.
So if y'all are going to the Shire, then I'm not going with you.
That is fair, yeah. What does everyone else want to do, I guess?
I want to go to the Shire.
Everest is tired of sitting in one spot and would rather sit somewhere else.
This is a horse-drawn carriage, you said, that we're in?
Yeah, it's like a horse-drawn carriage that it's not like an actual carriage. It's just the carriage they use to put bodies on.
Yeah.
It's like one of those with there's two humans that are injured that are taking the ride with you guys. There's 2 more spots on there for you.
I kind of want to go because I want to go for the wagon so I can try and use the forge to repair my Iron Defender, but getting the remains of the Iron Defender there is eluding me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use Minor Illusion on my book, or on the middle Necromancy book, to make it, the Sword and the Imp, sure, why not, that book. And I'll just read it.
Why, dude?
It's legit just a reading. He's just reading a book now. He doesn't know what else to do. It's just...
Yeah.
It's the most non-taxing thing you can do.
What time is the caravan leaving at?
It'll probably wait till midday. As Anduin is in the middle of actually, you guys do watch as in shackles and chains, Anduin walks with a company of guards as the wardeness of Westruun is escorted into his tent. And he looks back at the rest of you and nods, and he enters the tent as it shuts and 3 guards stand outside of it.
Okay.
I would like to read.
Okay.
I'm reading.
So Minerva, what is it that you would like to do?
Well, first off, it says he wants to speak.
Okay. So I'm going to DM you. Let me know when Alpha's done. I'm going to write to you, Minerva, what you... are you going to have someone count everything you found, or are you going to count it yourself?
I'd probably count it myself.
Okay, so you would have spent most of yesterday doing that, and you don't count at all. There's a lot.
Okay, I'll have someone help me.
Okay. So at this point, Minerva would probably be out just checking. Minerva has been busy with her own thing, but I will say that you do see her come out to check on Everest and Glaucus.
Everest
And you
is
do see
writing.
Minerva also beginning to approach you.
Everest is just writing right now.
Good morning, Alpha.
Good morning. How are you doing after our battle? In many ways, it went well. But in many ways, it did not.
Yeah, well, at least we managed to complete our objective that we came here for. But I don't know what else to say. I'm still just so shocked over what happened.
For what it is worth, I am glad to have met your family.
And he looks over, and Lucius is currently helping, like just store some of the rubble off to the side, like putting it away, maybe to be reworked, like re-stonework to be used again. And Alpha looks over to him.
Especially your brother.
Yeah, he's a good kid. But I'm just sorry I couldn't get here in time to save him from turning into that.
Jeff's gotta go in 10 minutes.
Oh no. Be right back.
Again, this segment of Alpha's dialogue is brought to you by Discord.
One thing that I have certainly learned is that you cannot be in time to save everyone.
And he like just tightens his grip slightly on the Darfin staff.
But you can avenge them.
Alright, sorry for the delay. I was moving into my room because people came over. Yes, Alpha, I plan to do everything I can to help Lucius.
Jared would be proud of the work that we did here. I am sure so would your parents. And Alpha will turn and leave.
As he walks away, I'm gonna just whisper to myself, I'm not so sure about that.
And I will say, as Alpha turns and leaves, somewhat cinematically as the camera pans to a sky view of Westruun, and Minerva turns and goes back into Eventide Estate, we will end the session there.
Yay!
Hey.
Oh boy, guys.
A lot of
Heavy stuff.
It's a lot to think about.
Yes.
It was good.
And with that, it is the official end of the Westruun arc.
Yeah.
I know we said that last time.
Before we end,
That
could I
was
do
actually
one
good.
last thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I would like to gather everyone up.
Okay.
I'm in a bell tower.
Well, fucking get over here, dude.
Reading a
Earring.
book. I'm reading
Sure.
a book. Sure.
So as you all gather around Minerva,
Before we leave the city, there's something I need to tell you all.
Piss on everything.
The end. We can end now.
Ah, cliffhanger.
Oof, he left.
Nice back.
no.
so wait, Minerva said there's something I need to tell you all, and then that's where we'll end the session.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So,
Of course you would do that.
You sneaky fuck. I see how it is.
Black screen.
Thoros, you
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
tell
yeah.
the internet goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, because
So-
Chip said he has to leave soon anyway, so.
With the end of that wraps up the Westruun arc. And if you're following us so far and you've enjoyed the story and can't wait to see more, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button because we would really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the series so far, the entire Westruun arc, how you think the party did. Go ahead and like the video and hit the bell icon and turn all your notifications on. We are Natural 7, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.